investigation.
The moment brought terror to a crowded D.C. Metrobus in March. Passenger dives for cover. Family rushes their toddler to safety. Video obtained by WUSA 9 shows 19-year-old Javari Peaks, a one-time college football player, pulling out an unregistered handgun and shooting a man in the chest. EMS treated the victim at the scene, and he survived. Peaks pled guilty and was sentenced earlier this month to felony counts of aggravated assault while armed and possession of a firearm during a crime of violence. But the judge stunned prosecutors, setting the shooter free at sentencing. In fact, 19-year-old Javari Peaks walked away with only probation under a law that's unique to D.C. It's called the Youth Rehabilitation Act. The Youth Rehabilitation Act gives judges huge discretion when sentencing anyone who was under age 24 when their crime was committed, including no jail time, except in the most serious cases like murder. The Metrobus shooter's sentence enraged interim US Attorney for the District of Columbia, Jeanine Pirro.
We are not going to tolerate that anymore.
In a statement, she told WUSA 9, D.C. will not be safe until judges hold violent offenders accountable by putting them in jail. Why is she wrong?
Well, jail doesn't make people less violent. We know that it makes people more violent.
But Vita Johnson, a former D.C. public defender and Georgetown law professor, says YRA is a critical tool in rehabilitating young offenders in need of a second chance.
And I think that's what's great about the Youth Act. It allows the judge to use that context and to make a decision. The Youth Act doesn't require a judge to give someone probation.
In her ruling, Judge Rainey Branch cited Peaks' age, no prior criminal record, and strong family support as reasons for suspending the shooter's prison sentence. Investigators say video of the shooting also showed the victim, the man without a backpack, harassing the shooter, who was wearing a medical mask, in the minutes leading up to the shooting, as Peaks seemingly tried to avoid the confrontation. But Pirro denounced the judge's decision, writing, "Despite our request for significant jail time, a D.C. Superior Court judge refused to incarcerate Peaks. To make D.C. safe again, there must be serious consequences for these heinous crimes." Her office is now demanding D.C. Council change the Youth Rehabilitation Act so that any crime of violence committed with a gun is not eligible for a Youth Rehabilitation Act sentence. Johnson rejects that.
Everyone who shoots a gun shouldn't get the Youth Act, but certain people, under certain circumstances, who are, acting the way this young man did, should at least be given that opportunity.
We discovered right now D.C. has no way to track YRA cases or whether defendants reoffend after being set free. The D.C. Sentencing Commission is working to change that, but there is no timeline. Eric Flack, WUSA 9.
As a condition of his probation under the Youth Rehabilitation Act, Javari Peaks has to stay in school and get a college degree. We contacted his attorney for comment. We'll let you know if we hear back.